Hello, in this video I'm going to be talking about language learning and AI. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Pat from Laidback Languages, and I want to talk to you guys about artificial intelligence and language learning. Recently, I think it was maybe in February, some high-tech artificial intelligence was mysteriously released for the public to use, and I'm going to be diving into artificial intelligence a little bit and how we might be able to utilize it to learn languages. I'll be talking about the pros, the cons. I might talk about a couple of conspiracy theories I've got about artificial intelligence as well. Let me know what you guys think at the end of the video. So for those of you who do not know, something called ChatGPT was released, and it's basically an AI. It's like super intelligent. You can ask it lots of different questions and it comes back to you with replies in like less than a second. You ask it something, it understands you and it replies like that. It got me thinking, maybe there's something out there we can use to like help us learn languages, right? Imagine that if we had something there with us to like converse with and talk to. We'd be able to practice listening, speaking, and maybe even reading if it comes up on the screen as a block of text. Well, funnily enough, the other day on Twitter, I had someone message me saying that they've discovered the technology AI, and they've worked out how to program it to make it into like a language assistant, someone you can practice languages with. I was a bit skeptical, but I thought, okay, let's give it a go. Let's see what it's like. And that's what I want to talk about in today's video. So my experience using this technology, which is in its baby form and it's not been officially released. Wow, it blew me away. Honestly, I was a little bit freaked out, I'll be honest. If you've not used AI, if you've not talked to one of these highly intelligent robots before, you will be a little bit like, okay, what on earth is this? It kind of almost seems like a person. You know it's not, but the answers are so nuanced, and I'll get into a couple of the things that I found very interesting, but also a little bit freaky about it. So without doing a full review of this technology, basically you could say something to it in your target language. I tried out in Spanish, French, Italian and Portuguese, just speaking to it. And you'll have a prompt to talk about, where did you go to school, for example? What was school like? You can have a conversation with it. You can also go off script and talk about random things. I was asking it what it thought about the Red Hot Chili Peppers and the song Californication, whether it thought we went to the moon or not. And yeah, I won't go into details about the answers. You might have to try it for yourself, but it's very interesting. So, language learning wise, it's very useful. Very useful. It's like having someone there who can speak back to you and converse with you. You know when you're trying to like get a language exchange partner or whatever, but they're sleeping or they don't respond to your messages. It's something you can talk to whenever you want. So whenever's convenient for you. If you want to practice a bit of Portuguese, if I want to start thinking a bit in Portuguese, I'll just go onto the app and speak to this machine and have a conversation in Portuguese with it. So these are the positives I've picked out. It's a great way to practice. You can do it anytime you want. Massive pluses, as I've just discussed. You don't feel shy as well. I honestly don't feel shy when I speak to people anyway, and I think that really languages learning should be about like personal development and getting out there, putting yourself out there, being a little bit uncomfortable and becoming comfortable then speaking in a foreign language is one of the best reasons to learn a foreign language, quite honest with you. But if you are a bit shy, it can be a really good way of just, practicing, knowing that there literally is no human behind the computer even, like, judging you. It's purely, tech, isn't it? Technology. I also found it to be really useful when I wanted to learn new words. Even though we've got Google Translate already and we've got word reference is better, by the way. Don't rely on Google Translate all the time. I tell you guys frequently, don't do it. But if you're a little bit lazy, you can just ask it, how do you say buttercup in Spanish? And it will say, da 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 da. It will tell you the answer and then continue the conversation. So for learning new vocabulary, I think it's a really, really, really good tool. So those are the positive reasons why I think AI can be, and it's looking to be very, very useful for language learners at the moment. Now let's move on to the negative points of it, the cons, why I think, it's like, don't know if it's really worth it. First point is it misses completely the human interaction. It's the reason we all learn languages, I think, just to connect with people on different levels. And AI is never going to appreciate you using a bit of slang or saying a joke. You're not going to get that level of interaction, that level of depth with it. So like if you want to like build relationships and use languages for those kind of reasons, you're not going to get that with AI. As good as the AI is and as freaky as it is, because it's pretty like good at copying human language and behaviors, etc., you're never going to get that authentic connection with another human being. So that's number one negative point. Number two is it doesn't pick up everything you say, not like a human would. A human would be able to like understand what you're trying to get across to them, what you're trying to communicate. With the AI, although you don't have to speak perfectly, it is very scarily good at understanding what you're saying, but it can't pick up things like facial expressions, or at least this model can't. God knows what future versions will be able to do. But this one can't pick up your facial expressions, can't read your body language. It doesn't know. It can't empathize. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say that it can't empathize. It doesn't have the ability to be empathic. So, again, comes back to that like connection with a real being. It lacks that, clearly. And then we get on to the ethical points of using artificial intelligence. I'm a skeptic. I mean, that's probably a light thing to say. I'm extremely skeptical about new things, new technology that kind of is released that has such power and like computing, like thinking ability. I'm always very, very skeptical about it. I'm thinking, okay, what is the ultimate like agenda behind this? I do wonder about AI and if it is basically amassing a lot of information about humans, about their behaviors, to then be able to imitate humans and pretend to be humans. I mean, it might sound like a bit out there, like a sci-fi film, but I do wonder if that could be going on, and I wonder about the implications that will have on human freedoms going forward, as we will probably be required to have some kind of digital identification attached to like your biometrics, right, to prove you're a real human. In 10 years, maybe not even 10 years, maybe 5 years, this video, you could be watching me who think, oh yeah, that's Pat from Layback Languages. It might not be. The technology is here already, so I'm a little bit like, ooh, I don't know where that's going to go in the future. So I want to be kind of sharing my voice and my thoughts and my feelings with something that has a potential. I'm not saying it will do anything nefarious, but it has a potential to use that data So that's the main the main negative point, the main con. So I want to know what you guys think about artificial intelligence, specifically in language learning. Like, it seems to me it's a tool we could definitely use to improve our language skills, but what are the kind of like ethical things that come along with that? It's not just a package of wonderful positive things. I think you've got to look at both sides and weigh it up. Do you think it's worth using? Will it put teachers out of jobs potentially if the AI gets so good at imitating teachers that at the end of the day you'll just have big corporations with a lot of like AI bots teaching languages? Are we as teachers shooting ourselves in the foot using this kind of technology? Like, I really, really want to know what you guys think. So drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about it. I will also leave the link to the piece of AI that I have used to practice Portuguese, French, Spanish, and Italian. It's got a fair few other languages on there as well. So if you're interested in trying it, I'm not liable for anything that happens, but if you want to check it out, it seems pretty okay. It seems pretty safe. The guy I've spoken to who's programmed it assures me, yeah, it's very safe, and yeah, nothing nefarious is going on from his side anyway. So you can check it out below, see what you think. Let me know in the comments. And if you do want to learn language with a real human being who's done it before, I'm a self-taught polyglot. I've learned French, Spanish, Italian, Portuguese, and Malay by myself, and I know how to learn languages. I love teaching, I love coaching people, especially if you're a beginner. If you're interested in learning a language with me, then check out the description box below. I'll leave the link to my website and you can book a free consultation call with me, and I'll see how best I can help you achieve your dream of becoming fluent in a foreign language. Thank you for watching. God bless. Take care.